Final Fantasy IX was released in 2000 for the original PlayStation, with beautiful graphics that pushed the aging console to its limits, and well-developed characters. This was definitely Final Fantasy at its best. The game was a turn to the more medieval-style world seen in most old-school RPGs, which, to me at least, was a most welcome change. The two earlier entries in the series, Final Fantasy VII and VIII, sported protagonists who fought for personal reasons and a sense of duty, while the Final Fantasy IX hero, Zidane, or as I like to call him, Zerdane, fought for what he believed was right. Sure, this can be debatable, but this is just my opinion. Zerdane, to me, is a much more noble character than even Cloud. 7 is the game that brought JRPGs to the masses, and 8 is a classic in its own right, though I have to admit I'm not a big fan. But Final Fantasy IX is a gem in itself. Many say the main flaws of Final Fantasy IX is its cliché story, the villain, and the lack of character stat customization. Okay, the story does seem to take elements from previous Final Fantasies and, well, pretty much every other RPG from before that time, throws them into a pot and pours them into this delicious cake of a game, and that doesn't really hurt it. What makes the story good is the actors on the stage. As I said, Zerdane is a great main character. Vivi, the sad soul looking for meaning in his strange, unnatural life, and Steiner, the uptight, loyal as hell, sometimes a goof, were just great companions for this energetic, carefree hero. In this game, all characters have their own set stats, which is a return to the formula from old school RPGs that I really like. It just makes the game much more balanced. Another complaint is the main baddie, Kuja. Okay, I have to admit, as much as I love this game, they really could have made a more threatening antagonist. For one, he wears a thong. What the fuck, a thong? I mean, why could... whatever. The other reason Kuja isn't really the best villain has more to do with the overall art style of the game. Personally, I love the look of the game, but I understand why it would turn off certain gamers, and I almost kind of have to agree on some instances. A few characters just don't look right. I mean, what the fuck is on his head? And what's with the thong?
Come on!
But really, as much as I like the princess, I just can't get over the creep factor. With her perky tits and round ass, but still looking like an 11-year-old, definitely makes me feel like a hardcore perv. Yeah, really perverted. But overall, Final Fantasy IX is a great game that has been overshadowed by Final Fantasy VII and overlooked because of its release date, which was after the debut of the greatest and best-selling console of all time, the PlayStation 2. And we all know how those Final Fantasy games turned out.